excited to welcome you to the Art and Identity exhibition. I'm standing outside of Laura Eye Gallery because I wanted to show you and to talk to you about one of the artworks in the exhibition, which is currently displayed on the gallery's window and which can only be seen from the outside. During the pandemic, we all had a chance to reflect on our life choices, on our habits, on ourselves. We had a chance to appreciate things that we usually miss out on. In this exhibition, 6 artists are sharing their own experiences and thoughts by exploring different viewpoints on identity. Artists were asked to talk exclusively for you about their artwork in the exhibition, sharing the inner behind the scenes of art making. But before I leave you to watch their fantastic, inspiring interviews, I would like to draw your attention to the work in display here. I titled this piece Reflection because when you look at it, you will see your reflection inside the painting. This is achieved through the use of mirrors, which invites you to become part of the artwork. During the pandemic, I have reflected a lot on my life values and priorities, reassessing my goals. I came to see the current challenges not as problems, but as opportunities. Opportunities to get to know myself, to explore my creative potential, and find another level of strength and resilience within me. I have developed an elaborate painting technique where paint almost floats outside the surface. As you can see, it's dancing with the wind, moving at any slightest draft, interacting and waving at you. This painting is inviting you to reflect on who you are, the same way I did. Are you one and the same with the nature? Do you feel above it? What is your mission in life? Your purpose? What's next for us? What's next for you? Now, I am proud to introduce you to 5 amazing, touching artists I know will inspire you and uplift you like only art can do. Thank you.
Hello there, my name is Ola, and today I want to tell you a bit more about the painting that I created. The title of this painting is God is Her. It's quite a big piece. It's a wooden plywood. I often use recycled materials to my artwork, so this plywood was previously a top plate of the table which I prepared for painting. As you can see, it's very colorful. I was very inspired by colors and patterns and structures of autumn. While creating this piece, I was going for walks to Wimbledon Park almost every day and just observing all these structures and colors and recreating them in my style. Later, this piece is entirely created from my vision and my imagination, and it's basically the depiction of the female power and female goddess. I kind of wanted to contradict the fact that for many centuries God in many religions and cultures is portrayed as a man. So that's why I wanted to make a statement which would be basically regaining power, reconnecting to nature, because as you can see this character is combined with nature. Everything seems alive, which is depicted mostly with the eyes that I put in the plants, eye in hand, which is a symbol of protection from evil. So yeah, I used various materials to create this piece because I was experimenting with colors. I wanted them to be very vivid. So I used mainly acrylics, watercolors, crayons, ink. Yeah, it was varnished, so it's a bit satin if you look closer. You know, if the light shows that very well. So yeah, I hope you like it, and I hope you can find many things that I haven't told about in this piece, and just discover them for yourself. And I wish you a happy Christmas, and hopefully the next year, 2021, will bring us more positive surprises than 2020. So thank you for your time.
Hi, my name is Degard, and I call myself a painter of auras. What I mean by that, I'd like to explain to you. But firstly, I'll just give you a little bit of background on me. I've newly finished at the Royal College of Art, which was a fantastic experience in the Fine Art department. And I've gone on now, I'm doing a doctorate in Fine Art, which basically means that I'm just trying consistently, constantly to improve my art, to make it better and better, higher and higher quality, and be more and more involved in all of the art world, the London art scene, and all the incredible things that are still going on despite COVID. We've not stopped. And painter of auras, what does this mean? So the first thing is that I actually see auras around people, and I witness and experience them, which is really an incredible experience. And I decided with this piece, which I'm going to discuss for you, instead of painting auras around people and what these mean, the emotions, the health, the entirety of somebody's consciousness within the sparks of life, I decided that I'd like to look at something beautiful. And this painting, which is actually a very unique piece in my collection, which is a combination of intuition and imagination, is of blossom and roses. And we have all the kind of roses, a whole spectrum of different species and genuses and whatever, what the phraseology around these flowers, and some beautiful blossom that I took from our garden at home, and painted from life directly into the piece. The piece itself is made from it's oil on wood, and it has an acetate covering. And the idea here is that we have the etheric world, the world that is indescribable, that we know exists, and also that we have the material world as a type of a surface, but also very deeply integrated, so that we sense both together. So thank you. That's the introduction to this wonderful, beautiful piece. Thank you.
Hello everybody, this is Shells-Ware rock pools, 40 by 40 centimetres, oil onto stretch canvas in a hardwood box frame with an ebony stain. Now I'm Glenn Badham, I produced this painting. I've produced a number in the last few years, all of the North Devon coastline, and this particular painting is Shells-Ware rock pools. So if any of you know Woolacombe Bay, this is to the north end of that very, very popular surfing beach, and these are those rock pools that climb up towards the southwest coastal path, and that is where this sketch was originated, on the path looking down through these wonderful strata, the crocosmia and the wonderful flora native to the area, and then the rock pools at the bottom. Now there's no scale, no sense of scale, nothing to refer to, no people, nothing to give you the sense of what this really is. Could be a little macro part of somebody's garden, but in reality these are huge rock pools down here. Now you can wade through these. I've gone through them, spent days with a little boy climbing over these, and they're enormous. But you don't get any sense of that, and that's what I like about this painting. I didn't want you to realise immediately what you're looking at. I wanted that sense of mystery. So we're on the southwest coastal path, looking down, and this is the top layer palette knife work, and that's the sea. That is the Woolacombe Bay retracting, pulling back, and there's that glow of the thin sand as the tide recedes. Now, the thing I really like about this part of the coast is its history. Really inspired by our heritage and our British history. And Woolacombe Bay is actually part of Mort Bay, so the beach that is really popular with surfers was once very popular with wreckers, hence the name Mort Bay. Just a little bit further this way you've got Mort Hoe, which was really well known for wrecking. So it's got quite an interesting, colourful history, and now it's a wonderful sunseeker spot. So really drawn to this, especially just at this one point when I'm sketching, the sun dropped low and the tickling of the light across the tops of all these rocks and through the foliage and the flowers, it was just irresistible. I could heighten the palette, throw the colours through the roof, and work with the colours, the textures, and the scale and spatial relationships. So it's a lovely little exploration of lots of things that interest me in my painting. So, wonderful place, incredible nature, something I'm very drawn to, and touching back to our incredible history, which a lot of my work does. So I hope you enjoyed this little insight into my painting, Shelvesborough Rock Pools, 40 by 40 centimetres in a hardwood frame with an ebony stain. Now it just remains for me to say have a fantastic Christmas and festive season, and I hope to catch up with you at some point again. Thank you for your time.
Hello, my name is Minerva Amos, and I'm here to talk to you today about my art series, Side Effects. So here in front of me I have 4 works from this series. They are epoxy resin sculptures with acrylic ink, pain medication packages, and pain medication capsules themselves. It calls comment to the side effects experienced with taking pain medication, and any medication for that matter. I think that there is a lot that isn't said in our society because people don't like to admit when they're in pain, and if they can hide it they will. But a lot of more problems can arise from being complacent, and I've been myself in situations where I've had to take more medication for the side effects of medication, and I think there has to be a better way. So I would love for my work to inspire the conversation around invisible disabilities and chronic pain, and I hope that there can be a little bit more understanding and education around those people that are suffering, invisibly or not. And yeah, I've tried my hardest to capture those side effects that I experience most often, and here they are. So thank you so much for listening to me talk about my work. I hope you have a wonderful Christmas, and thanks so much.
Hello, this is Josh. Welcome to my beautiful painting. This painting is a beautiful 9x12 painting of an elderly gentleman from Ireland. I took a trip to Ireland about 2 years ago, and I painted so many different scenes and people. And I wanted to do a scene or even like a person, something with beautiful character. And I found that person on a little side street in the middle of a little town in Wexford County. And it's quite amazing little place. You have to go there. And anyway, this old man sat next to a cafe on a table, and I asked if I could take a picture, draw him. He said, absolutely. So that's what I did. I did a sketch, and then I went back to America not too long after that, and I painted this gentleman. And yet, I found out a few things about him. He was an amazing fisherman. He spent over 40 years at sea. And he was just absolutely mesmerizing about just, it's not exactly what he said, it's how he said it. And you could just tell by the look on his face, the experience of his life. You can see through his eyes, his beard, his hair, his flesh tones. It's all there. And this is what I wanted to capture in this beautiful painting. So this is the older yet wiser fisherman. All right, thank you.